Hello and welcome back to FIFA 20 with the Man United save, and the implications of FFP carry on hindering us as a squad. We today have the UEFA Super Cup. Only one game in between the last episode in the Charity Shield and this episode, which was a game against Newcastle, which we just about scraped a 2-1 win. Mason Greenwood coming up with this goal, which I'll quickly put a video of as I'm talking now, in the 90th minute to get us a winner, which was very, very good indeed. It did give us off to a good start in the league, which was good. So the league table looks like this, and we find ourselves in 6th position, I think it is, if we just load up the league. In 6th position, one game played, one win, but Liverpool getting off to a 6-0 win for their first game of the season. They beat Crystal Palace 6-0, Man City beating Norwich 3-0, Spurs up there as well, Everton, Chelsea, us, West Ham, Southampton. So it looks like it's going to be a very, very tough season with Liverpool and Man City getting massive wins as the season starts, to be honest. But into the transfers then, we have been looking at a lot of people. So my transfer, thank you all for your recommendations as well for people to go and look at. These are the people I am now looking at. So we've got lots of people being scouted. Nyangbo, Miguel, Miranda, Massimo, Lasada, Lopez, Lee, Lanes, Lara, Ismail, Isaac, Gomez, Gil, Ferreira, Esposito, Juro, Jahada, Cuenca, Centelles, Apaya, Pedri, Escobar, Fati, Sikan, Kulavenkovic and Timothy Weir, Goebbels, Zirkzee, Sargent, Arp, Vlahovic, Esposito, Waklavexi, Gabia, Bianda, McAllister, Tuffley of Villela, who I think may be a very good region of someone. I'm looking forward to seeing what he sort of comes back with a scout. Tavares, McKennie, Doku, Kana, Visharian, Aarons, Winks, Martin, Renier, Gomez as well in there as well. Probably not going to go for Angel Gomez. He hasn't actually increased too much since we sold him to Norwich. So, but yeah, lots of people being scouted at the moment. We'll have to see what happens, who comes back with, and obviously we've got a very limited transfer budget because of the FFP. But let's get into the press conference, and then we'll get into the highlights of a game against AC Milan. So out come the teams then, captained by Tuanzebe, as AC Milan there, looking very nice in their kits. And it's an interesting lineup. Bruno Fernandes starts for AC Milan against his former club, as we see lots of the young kids being played by Man United in this game. AC Milan with a lovely bit of decor at the back there. But let's get into the game, as there is Bruno Fernandes. It should be a very interesting game to take place. So the game gets underway with Man United kicking off. We'll be back for the highlights of this UEFA Super Cup. Ayala on the left, tried to feed the ball through, but intercepted by AC Milan. Mutu gives it away. And obviously this very young Man United team, inexperienced as well, are looking to impress their manager, cultured left foot. Kept on after the financial fair play issues happened. He took a 20% pay cut to stay at the club and really try and see this process through, as Man United working something well here. Intercepted and cleared away. AC Milan working the ball well. Paredes on the left-hand side. He's got runners in front, and, well, Michaels with a good interception out to Neves. And Man United hold on. AC Milan starting to dominate the game, and you can see United trying to play on the counter, but the youth players of this game are struggling a little bit. 10 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, but there could be a chance here for AC Milan, as it's laid in, and there's a shot, and McCarthy with a good save. 20 minutes on, and AC Milan look to create another attack, and it's fallen through. Shot! It's hit the underside of the bar and come out, and Alex McCarthy was beaten all ends up there, as AC Milan have the first real effort of the game. A fantastic strike from Redes, the right winger, who's been AC Milan's key player in this. And Man United, can they go down the other end and cause a bit of trouble of their own? They can't, because Calabria easily robs the youngster Alexander of the ball. And AC Milan going very close there, hitting the bar. Ball played through. AC Milan looking to try and break through again. Neves trying to hold him up. Tuanzebe with a good tackle. Goes back to McCarthy, who just puts a lovely ball out to Robinson, to be fair. Infield, looking for Menez. Menez feeds it on one more. Lots of space opening up for Alexander on that left-hand side. And the youngster finds himself one-on-one with Donnarumma. Alexander shoots. Good save from Donnarumma. It's kept in play. Laid back. There's a shot. It's a goal! Man United take the lead on the half-hour mark. Can you believe it? This young Man United team, great save from Donnarumma from Alexander's effort, cut back really well, and then a right-footed effort fires into the side netting, and it's a lovely, lovely goal, and it's an absolute rocket into the side netting. Donnarumma stands no chance, and it's Menez. Loan bids have been rejected for him time and again, and he gets his first goal for the club in the UEFA Super Cup against AC Milan. AC Milan trying to work it down the left wing again. They've got into a bit of space, and Bruno Fernandes tries a shot, and he's curled it round his ex-teammate McCarthy, and just like that, 4 minutes later, Bruno Fernandes scores against his former club. 1-1, a lovely finish from the Portuguese international. Curled it perfectly around Alex McCarthy in goal. It's a wonderful finish, just pushes the defender off the ball and then picks his corner, and Alex McCarthy has got absolutely no chance. 1-1. What have AC Milan got up their sleeves here? Bruno shoots over the wall. McCarthy catches it out of the sky. A really, really good save from McCarthy to hold on to the ball as well. And Bruno Fernandes has already come back to haunt his old club once, and he's going to look to do it again, surely, as Burns comes forward. Not too many options here. Lays it inside, couldn't get the flick on. And as we tick down towards half-time, it's 1-1 still here in the UEFA Super Cup. Good ball down the line from Michaels to release Robinson. Robinson hasn't got the pace to get away from Rodriguez, cuts back, creates enough space for the cross, and it's sort of, poorly headed away, and a little touch from Cox. Can't get on target. And it remains 1-1, as you can see, is going for the left-footed finish. A poor decision from the young striker. 1-1. The final few seconds before half-time tick down. Man United keeping the ball on AC Milan's edge of the area, but they just can't find the breakthrough. And there is the half-time whistle. 1-1. Man United will be pleased with this. The great performance from the kids. The fans are happy, but it's Bruno Fernandes who comes back to haunt his old club with a fantastic equaliser. As the second half is about to get underway of the UEFA Super Cup. 1-1 here with AC Milan getting back into the game after falling behind to a very well-worked Man United goal. But Bruno Fernandes is going to want more against his former club. He was one of the sales as part of the FFP recovery package, as it was labelled by FIFA, where Man United had to sell a large number of stars to deal with the financial burden put on them by FIFA and the fine they had placed on them. But here come AC Milan straight away. Calabria at the right back position for Milan. Turns his man really easily, gets into a good position, holds the ball up, tries to release the winger, Halilovic. Gets it back. Calabria and Halilovic playing a little game on the right. Goes back to Pobiga. Pobiga to Benassar. Benassar on the edge. Looks to lay it off. Mutu tries to put it in, and AC Milan should have scored straight after kickoff. It's a terrible finish from Redes, as McCarthy, well, you can argue he got his angles right, but Redes should be having better composure to finish that. Man United off the hook straight at the beginning of the second half. Halalovic on the left-hand side beats his man, Tuanzebe. Booked in the first half, both centre-backs booked for Man United. As Halalovic gets in, shot on, McCarthy can pick that up after the deflection and looks to get Man United going reasonably quickly. But it's a poor decision from the goalkeeper to do a lofted ball towards the youngster Alexander, who's getting dwarfed by Duarte in their aerial duels. Good tackle on Fernandes, but it falls to Benassar. Back to Bruno, he's already scored one from range. Back to Benassar again! And past the post, as AC Milan are really starting to assert their dominance on this UEFA Super Cup final. Coming up to the hour mark, and a lot of these Man United youngsters are rated very, very highly at the club, but it just looks like they're running out of steam in this game as Neves reads that pass really well. It goes up towards Robinson, infield to Burns, who's been kept very quiet. Burns still going. He's waiting for Cox to make a run, but uses him as a decoy and goes out to Robinson, who is very easily tackled there. But the pass out is poor. Michaels, in it goes. Burns shoots, and it's over the bar. A wasted opportunity for George Burns. It was on his left foot and he just got under it, leant back, and it screams over the bar. Klunik with the ball on the edge of the area for AC Milan, working it around well, keeping possession, trying to tire the young legs of Man United out. Fernandes' shot is blocked. Mutu picks it up. Great ball through. He shoots. McCarthy save at the near post, and it's a corner to AC Milan. As it looks like George Burns is going to be yellow carded for that previous tackle. I think the referee was justified to do that. A yellow card for Burns. And that yellow card is Burns' last involvement, with Tahiti Chong coming on to replace him, and Mutu off for AC Milan to be replaced by a new striker for AC Milan. As it comes on, as corner comes in, headed away really well. And, well, good control there from Michaels, but couldn't get away from Calabria. Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the area again. Tries to lay it through. It's a great ball, and it's a penalty given away. And is there going to be worse for Ayala? It's a yellow card for the youngster. As Ayala picks up a yellow card, gives away a penalty. And it was pretty much a stonewaller. Benacer got the wrong side of him, got his body in front. And it's going to be, well, a substitution before this, as Lucas Anderson replaces Rodney Redes on that left-hand side. With 14-ish minutes to go in normal time. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes against his former team, against McCarthy, and he sends him the wrong way and makes it 2-1 to AC Milan. Cool, calm, collected. Bruno Fernandes gets 2 against his former club. Calm as you like with the penalty. Bruno Fernandes, number 36, tucks it in the bottom corner. McCarthy couldn't do much about that. 2-1 Milan. Just over 5 minutes to go. As Rafael Leao looks to get in. Tuanzebe looks to cover. Chong back there, intercepts well. There we go. So now Man United do have a chance here, because they've got numbers, and it's Alexander who's in, and he's one-on-one with Donnarumma. He's shot straight at him. Good save from Donnarumma, stayed big, and Halalovic will bring the ball away for Milan, and that could be the last glorious chance that Man United will get to draw level in this game. And there's the full-time whistle. AC Milan win the UEFA Super Cup 2-1 against Man United. Bruno Fernandes comes back to haunt his old club. And it's another trophy in the cabinet for AC Milan. So a decisive penalty scored by ex-Man United player Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a killer. That's a killer. They the kids did really well. I'm really actually quite impressed. I thought we were going to get absolutely annihilated, as we do get a bit more prize money, which is good. It does go into that, but 31 million left to spend. We're just waiting on reports back from our scouts to see who we want to buy. There are some release fees in there, so I think we'll go for some of them. But next up will be Everton, and we'll have some more highlights of that as well in just a sec. So here we are then, Man United versus Everton at Goodison Park, and it should be a very interesting game here. Very changed Man United team have gone back to their more senior players after the disappointment of losing the UEFA Super Cup. But the game is about to get underway, and we'll be back for any meaningful highlights. Raven Birch making his first start for the team today. Wins the ball back and gives it to Rashford in midfield, into McTominay. McTominay goes out towards James, and he's got Michaels back in his more familiar right wing position. Greenwood's in the middle, and it's bouncing around, and Smalling keeps it off the line. Can you believe it? Chris Smalling once of Man United. Rashford has an effort and it goes over the bar. But Chris Smalling with a very decisive clearance there. Look at that from the goal decision system. And against his former club, he keeps his current club at 0-0. Very, very close to going in. Good defending from Chris Smalling. Lucas Digne lays it back to Iwobi. Back to Lucas Digne. Looks to go around the outside of Michaels. He's just about kept that in play. Iwobi. Gbamin up against McTominay. Great tackle from Scott McTominay. And Man United will look to launch a counter-attack from here. Rashford couldn't control the ball. Smalling does well. And cultured left foot will be happy with how the youngsters performed in the Super Cup, but he knows the league is the priority as Everton look to get involved and get in behind. Lindelof comes over to meet him. Good challenge. It's bouncing around. Save from Dean Henderson in goal for Man United. Making himself the #1 goalkeeper this season. And doing a very good job of it. And here's a counter-attack on as Gravenberch comes forward. Tries to lay it in towards Greenwood. Greenwood still going, he's forced wide. Draws the tackle and, well, gets it back, Greenwood. And it's a terrible cross to try and find the back post. 14 minutes gone, end to end, but still 0-0. Throw-in taken into the path of Michaels. Back heel. Ferguson comes up, and that will be a corner to Man United. First one of the game. What can they do from here? Some tall players in the box there. McTominay, Gravenberch, all in. In it goes, but it's hit the first man. It comes out to Axel Tuanzebe, who fancies his efforts, but it's cleared away. Ferguson gives it to McTominay. Good touch out of his feet. McTominay! Great save from Pickford to touch it behind. 20 minutes in, and Man United are dominating this game. Scott McTominay with a rifled effort, kept it reasonably low. Good save from Pickford to touch it round the post, and it's the second corner in reasonably quick succession for Man United. It's put in by Rashford, again headed away at that near post. Michaels tries to keep it alive. And again, Everton clear their lines. Just about holding on here, the home team. Great challenge in the centre of the park. McTominay picks the ball up into Greenwood. Greenwood is fouled on the edge of the box. A good bit of skill to win the foul. And it's Marcus Rashford who is placing the ball down. Marcus Rashford fancies his chances. He hits it. Pickford with an easy save at the end of the day. As Liverpool take a 1-0 lead through Divock Origi. Terrible pass out from Smalling. Greenwood into Rashford. Rashford shoots and it hits the side netting. It was Gravenberch, sorry, hits the side netting. Oh no, he's got a yellow card back for that really bad tackle from Gravenberch. Really late, but 0-0 and Everton are hanging on. Gravenberch is making this Man United team tick today. He really is. He's having a great game as Greenwood is fouled again and Rashford gets another opportunity for a free kick chance. First one was well saved by Pickford, who held on to the ball well. Rashford lines this one up. Hits it. Oh, Pickford again with a good save. Half an hour gone. It's been all Man United. Man United starting to get into their stride now as Rashford comes forward. Space has opened up. Marcus Rashford bends one and it's into the corner of the goal. It may have taken a knock off Chris Smalling, but that is 1-0 right on the stroke of half time. And it's come from Marcus Rashford. Club captain when they won the treble and remains club captain this year under FFP regulations. And Marcus Rashford bends it in. I think it did just clip Chris Smalling's inner heel. And it goes past Pickford. We'll see it from this view. It's not. It's missed Smalling. It's a lovely finish into that side netting. 1-0 Man United. So as we head into half-time, an absolute sucker punch at the end of the half from Marcus Rashford. 1-0 into half-time, and it's been a half dominated by Man United. So the second half gets underway. One substitution by Man United. Michaels on right wing comes off to be replaced by Michael Cox, who goes up front, and Greenwood comes out to the right-hand side. So a bit of a change. Cox not having the best of games in the Super Cup, but he'll be hoping to make a bit more of an impression here as Rashford dinks that in towards the back post. Greenwood underneath it, and it will be a very early corner for Man United in this second half, as is a short option here offered by Reece James. Goes to the edge to Cox, looks to flick it to the back post and it's cleared away. Reece James encourages Greenwood to get forward and uses the ball. Greenwood into the area, cuts back. Is he caught late? Referee says no. And well, it's cleared away and Everton hold on. Good ball out. Rossi on the left, infield towards Rashford. Rashford lays it into Ferguson. Ferguson onto Gravenberch. Gravenberch is in! What a lovely goal from Man United. 2-0 at Goodison Park. And Gravenberch takes the applaud of the fans, although he's celebrating in front of the Everton fans. Wonderful football from Man United, that. It was in from Rossi to Rashford. Rashford to Ferguson. Ferguson to Gravenberch. Lovely touch onto his right foot. And Pickford is absolutely helpless from that sort of position. It's a wonderful goal, and it shows that the youngsters can perform on this stage. 2-0 Man United as Gravenberch opens his account for the club from Manchester. Greenwood has broken through, got behind his defender, Mason Greenwood. A few little step overs. Looks to bend one, and Pickford sees it over the bar. Not the best shot from Mason Greenwood. We know he's got much better in his locker. As you can see here, he curled it around, probably on a high still from that goal against Newcastle, but very easily over the bar. Soler looks for the run of Davies. Davies shoots, good save from Dean Henderson to touch it past the post. McTominay into Ferguson. Ferguson into Cox. Robbed again of the ball, Michael Cox. And he is young, but he's got to improve on these performances. He is Man United's backup striker in these situations as McTominay comes forward. He's got Chong making him a run. Chong lays it in to Cox. It's his redemption. Oh, it's a great save from Pickford. Michael Cox denied his first goal for the club. Great ball through from Chong. And Cox is there. Right-footed hit. Lovely strong-handed save from Pickford. Man United corner. Rashford tries to swing it in towards McTominay with a header. It's saved on the rebound. It's Axel Tuanzebe, I think, that's poked that one home. And there's a goal. It's 3-0. Game, set and match. Lovely save from Pickford from McTominay's header. But on hand was the centre-back to pop it home. It's a great delivery from Rashford. McTominay out-jumps Gabamin. And on hand is the goal poacher, Axel Tuanzebe. First goal of the league season. 3-0 to United. Had to be made. And there's the full-time whistle. It's 3-0 Man United. A very easy win from the team from Manchester. So a very nice win against Everton shoots us up to second in the league, which is very nice to see indeed. Joint up there with Liverpool. Obviously Man City still got a game to play. A very good goal for Tuanzebe as well, getting off the mark. We are still in the transfer window. I do want to wrap up this episode because I feel like it's gone on for quite some time. We'll just have a quick look to see if we've got any scout news coming through, which will probably be easier to do it like that, so we can put anyone that is rated at the top. Yeah, but we're looking at a lot of players, as you can tell. So, Esposito 72 rated, Gomez 72, Renier 75. I think a few of these may be a bit too expensive, though. I'd like to try McAllister. He's very versatile, CM, left wing, CM as well, but I think he's on loan somewhere. Yeah, he's currently on loan at another club. And he is a pretty good player to have. Renier from Real Madrid is also on loan in China, so we can't get him at the moment. I don't really want Gomez, so I'm going to remove him from the shortlist. Esposito would be a good one. Decent pace, decent acceleration and sprint speed. Finishing is a little bit to be desired on 69, but I think he would get into the good positions. I just think he's going to be 28 million. That's going to take most of our transfer budget, I think. So we'll just skip through a couple of days and see if we get any more scout reports back, and then we'll see who we want to go for. So we've got a few more researchy, scouty missions completed, and well, Harry Winks is up there, £30 million though. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get him in. He's obviously now a first team player. Yeah, important. Squad role is important for Spurs, so he's obviously playing quite a lot for them. I could be tempted to do a loan, but again, I think it's going to be too much money. Martin at left back, which is a position we do need to increase on, is playing. He looks pretty good at the moment. No release clause though. Again, 25.5 million would be most of our current budget. Max Aarons is actually moved to Brighton. Again, a player I'd be quite interested to go at, but huge value again. I think we're going to have to wait for some of these loans of the players that play for the smaller clubs, let's say, and see if we can bring them in. Again, it's the age we're interested in, trying to grow these players into be something really special for Man United. And all while our transfer budget stays as it is, it's going to be tough to bring in those bigger names at the bigger clubs. So, well, we'll leave it there. We'll be back for... we'll probably play a couple of games away from the camera. So we've got Bournemouth, then we've got Gillingham in the Cup, and then Crystal Palace at home, and then it's deadline day. So we'll come back for the Palace game and then deadline day, and we'll play Bournemouth and Gillingham off camera. But thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, leave me your recommendations for players to sign, and what positions you really think we need to strengthen. Now you've seen both the B team and the A team play in a highlights package, let me know. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.